Sanjit, I've been getting a lot of inquiries about distressed deals. So how is the market right now, and are there many deals compared to before, or how is the market?
So at SMS Realty, we as a team, we are getting at least 50 calls for distressed deal. You're right, every day. So people are calling left, right, and center and asking Sanjit, Sahil, Linnet, we have 30% off on MROSS, we have 20% off on this. Actually, it's a wrong way to project and wrong way to see the market. So whenever there is an uncertainty, like a war-like scenario, like a company going bankrupt, yes, market has the tendency that it might go down, it might go up, but these are all knee-jerk reactions, I would say, because if you see the last 6 years, Dubai had a fantastic bull run.
Right.
What my analysis says, correct me if I am wrong, the health of the investor which has come in has been very, very good. So if you ask me, the credibility of the investor has significantly improved over a period of time, because the last crash when we saw in COVID, people were selling distress. Exactly. Now if you see, you will hardly find any. Yeah, you will find, but not in that many numbers. Why is it happening? Because the investors who has come over the last 6 years has the risk appetite, entered at the right time in the off plan, and they know what they are doing and their capital is safe. So when you have all these mindset with you, then you are not a slave of time. So you are not timing the market. You know you will exit when I get profit. So yes, distress is on and off. Please contact us. We have some on the table, but not everything is on distress.
Okay. So another question is, why should Africans invest in Dubai? Which opportunities does Dubai give to Africans that are not in our countries? For example, Uganda, where I'm from.
Fantastic. So that's a very good question. I would like to make it a broader one. Why Africans? Why not the globe? So as they say, Habibi, come to Dubai. It's for everyone. So that means if you go and scroll up in Google Map, Africa is the second largest continent in the world. It is having 54 countries. So per se, your country, Uganda, or say one of the wealthiest country, Nigeria, if you see, the issue which is prevailing around for decades is safety, political instability, economic warfare. So all of these problems have one solution. You have to board a flight inbound Dubai in Emirates and you land safely. So the thing is, the perspective which Dubai wants to portray to the investors is not only safety of your capital, but you are in a dollar neutral currency. So in last 10 years, Ugandan shilling has depreciated around 9%. So people might not know this fact. Or a Nigerian naira depreciates quite a lot every year, though they are so much oil rich. Nigeria is having the youngest population in the world. They are super duper economy. But when it comes to investment, the avenues, the opportunities, as you're saying, where they should invest. Again, my question goes back to the drawing board, that first let your capital flight take the right route and go to a destination where your capital is not at risk. So be in a dollar neutral currency. Once you have sufficient capital, then we have a separate conversation. Basis your risk appetite, we will advise you which properties suit you best, or what companies you should form, how should you perform your business, so that you are overall covered as an investor.
Okay, so Mr. Sanjit, can you tell me what's the biggest lie that you sold in real estate, and who are the people that are losing money right now in the market?
Excellent question. I wanted to pick this up, but good that you said. So when you talk about investment market as a whole, global, the biggest lie which investment advisor or so-called brokers or whoever sells it to the individual who has the faith that the guy other side of the table is my right advisor, the biggest lie is you invest today and tomorrow you are rich. It is not that. You have to be patient. Money only understand one language, that is time. If you have invested in an off-plan project, you have paid 20-30%, you should not sell it. What is your goal? That's why whenever I discuss with my clients or my agent brings on the clients on the table, my only question is, Mr. Client, $5 million you want to invest in a property.
Yes.
What is your end goal? And all of my clients who have invested in the last 7-8 years in whichever projects, whichever off plan, they're not willing to sell, because their goal is not to sell and be rich tomorrow. It might not be day after tomorrow, because you have to set an investment horizon, investment target according to the risk appetite. If you sell the same hat to every client, that is not called sales, that is called a lie which you sell. So who is losing in the market? Who unfortunately have been convinced, I would say bullied. So we really feel sad that this exists in the market. This should be taken up very strictly by the authorities.
Yes.
Because I can see people are selling that you pay 20% and you sell at handover when you pay 80%. So when you are in that scenario, so let me go back to the drawing board and explain you how the investment market works.
Yes.
So if you are in London Metal Exchange and you want to buy gold, and buy gold of $100, but you have $20 in your pocket, so you are risking $80 of capital having $20 in your pocket. So tomorrow if the market is favorable, you gain, and if it is not, you should be ready to lose the 20.
Yes.
If that is not communicated, that is lie. The guy who doesn't know that is losing. That's what is the main scenario which the market is like witnessing today.
Well, Mr. Sanjit, I have a lot of investors that invested in off-plan projects and are willing to invest more in off-plan. Are there any mortgage options that favor them, and can you elaborate more about that, please?
That's my best topic actually. So let me explain how we work. So at SMS, we are a group company.
Okay.
We are into consulting, we are into real estate, we are into legal, we are into accounting and many other things. So what we try to do is manage the client's overall wealth. So when I say overall wealth, it can be his business, it can be his accounts, it can be his assets, it can be his banking, everything. So now if I pick the client, say I pick one client and I say that, Mr. Client, you have invested in 3 off-plan projects, which has already completed 40-50%. You have paid 50%. If you see, we have to learn from Dubai. That's why Dubai has gone leaps and bounds in growth. So Dubai is always like front runner.
Yes.
With either banking or real estate or tourism or airlines. So Dubai banks are willing to disburse 50% of the remaining off-plan payment for those clients who meet those criteria, which is pretty nominal. So I have been a banker all my life, so I can vouch that this is a fantastic step the banks have taken towards those investors, because there are so many billions and billions of dollars which can be deployed. Now when you talk about mortgage, why I said it's my best subject, because then your cash which is deployed in the market is not sleeping or waiting for the markets.
Okay.
You are redeploying the debt capital. So if your client has already put 50%, we go to the bank, we borrow another 50%. So he is not using that 50% which he is supposed to pay to the developer, which is paid directly by the bank.
Yes.
So the rest 50%, he has the liberty now to check good payment plans. Some of the developers are paying 0% payment plan, 15% down payment, good projects are there. So yes, as I said, off plan is like a systematic investment plan. So you have a disposable cash now. Now either you invest a part to real estate, a part to buy your own villa, a part to even invest in your own business. So this is an excellent view point which a client should see. So I would request the entire market and my fraternity to reach out to every client and say that, hello, Dubai is again opening their arms wide and saying that, don't worry, we are there to support you.
Okay.
Because if you see the arena where we talk about non-resident mortgage, I always tell my clients when they say, isn't it risky investing in Dubai? So I tell my clients, hardly any country gives you non-resident mortgage, and as an economy, you are getting 60% loan to value towards a property for a non-resident. So my client invests less than half, and the country invests 60% towards the project. So that shows the confidence and the stability of the economy. So keeping everything, the culmination is Habibi come to Dubai.
And people always inquire, people especially from Africa, I will stick to Africa because that's where most of my clients are from. So they always ask me, Linnet, even though we don't have any property in Dubai, we don't have any bank opened in Dubai, can we still get a mortgage in case they plan to buy like a ready property or something?
Let's finish the meeting and call the client. We'll get him a mortgage.
Okay, thank you.